I want to take an array and I want to flip it around end for end. I want to take the 5 and move it over here. The 12 goes here, and the 9 goes here, and the 4 goes here. The 0 goes here, and the 6 goes here. So when I'm done, the array goes like 6, 0, 4, 9, 12, 5. Well, we might start with the same analysis we did before. Let's write out the statements that would actually make this happen. So I want to take the 5 and I want to put it here. Now if I just simply copy the 5 over to the 6, I'm going to erase the 6 and it'll be gone forever. So I'm going to have to take this 6 and set it aside so that I got place for the 5 to come in and then put the 6 back. So to copy the 5 over, I'm going to have to take that 6, the one in the very last position, and kind of set it aside. And now I can move that 5 into position. Now what? What's the next thing I should do?
Put your temp value into array 0.
Well, basically I'm going to swap the 5 and the 6. So this is not really copy the 5. This is actually better described as swap 5, 6. So now we've got the 5 and the 6 swapped. Maybe we can do the 12 and the 0. We can just kind of work our way towards the inside of towards the middle of the array. So what are the 3 statements that would be needed to do that?
Well, it's the same 3 statements, just with different indexes.
Okay. Temp equals array. I'll just leave a blank there and 2 blanks there. So what numbers do I fill those in with?
Last time, the first one was array 5, so this time it'll be array 4.
And then I can see that these 2 numbers are the same. So that's going to be a 4. And this number is going to be a 1, right? And then these 2 numbers are the same. Okay, so we swapped the 12 into 0. And now the last ones are swap the 9 and the 4. So following that pattern, we've got temp equals array 3, and I've seen the pattern going 5, 4, 3. And then these numbers here are going 0, 1, 2, so those are counting up from 0. And then the last thing is to move that temporary variable back into the other array position. And then we're done. An array has 6 elements in it, and so there are 3 pairs of elements to swap. Okay, so let's figure out what these values should be. So it looks like we've got a value here, 5, 4, 3. It's counting down. And we got one here that's counting up. But notice that there's only 3 swaps to do. So what's the relationship between the number of swaps that we have to do and the length of the array? It's half, right? We can go to the length of the array divided by 2. So we can do this 2 ways. We could count down from the highest length to midway, or we could count up from 0 to midway. And both of them will accomplish the same thing. The last thing would be, is there a relationship between these pairs of numbers that we could calculate? If we couldn't calculate it, we could just use 2 separate variables and increment one and decrement the other. But maybe there is some relationship between them. Maybe there's a way to calculate 5 from 0 and 4 from 1 and 3 from 2. Do you see the relationship?
Looks like it's length minus the number minus 1.
So if the number is 0, then we take the length, which is 6, and we subtract 0, and then we subtract 1, and that gives us 5. Okay, that seems to work. If the length is, if I is 1, 6 minus 1 minus 1, which is 4, and that seems to give us that number. And if I is 2, we've got 6 minus 2 minus 1, which is 3, and that seems to give us that number. Okay, so let's call reverse, pass in the array, and then we'll print it out. This is also a void function because it doesn't return anything. It just alters the elements of the array in place. So let's see if we can do this. Now, looking at our notes here, I don't see any things that need to be done before the loop runs or anything needs to be done after the loop runs. Everything is self-contained within the loop itself. So we're going to start I as being 0, and we're going to go up to the length divided by 2. Okay, so what do I put in here?
What's that one?
That should be that
Yeah, so
that little formula. Okay, let's take a look. Seems to work. Here's our original array. The 37 goes to the end, and the 18 goes to the beginning. So the 3 went here, the 33 went there, the 16, it seems to be working. So let's run it again. 37 went there, 13 went there, 14, it looks okay. Another thing to try would be, let's change the length of the array to something that's odd and make sure that that's working. So let's make it 9. Okay, so the 28 went there, the 20 went there, 19 went there, 22 went there, good. 13 got swapped, 17 went there, 25 there, -3 went there, and then the 17 here stayed in the middle. So whether or not it actually swapped the middle one with itself or skipped it seems to be kind of irrelevant. The result is it does, in fact, reverse the array, and for an odd length, it leaves that middle one untouched.